higher your starting weight, the more you're going to lose. So 3 short workouts a week. They're not specific to women around menopause. Educational content. It's very short, very concise, and you start seeing results from day one. You have a dedicated coach that will work with you. We also ship you out a welcome pack. Hello and welcome to the Trinity Fit Over 40 podcast with me, Rob Birkhead. I'm one of the co-founders of Trinity Transformation and creators of the Fit Over 40 method. And together with our world-class coaching team, we've helped more than 7,000 women over 40 to reclaim their confidence, feel strong, youthful, and amazing in all their clothes over the past decade. And for more information about what we do, go to www.fit40info.com. So in today's episode, I'm going to explain exactly how our Fit Over 40 private coaching program works, because we get so many questions about this, and I want to make sure you know exactly how everything happens from the beginning right through until you're a member. So we get hundreds of messages every single month from people inquiring about how our Fit Over 40 private coaching program works. So today I'm going to break it down for you step by step, starting from the minute you apply all the way through to achieving your goals and what we go on to do after that. So let's get straight into it, starting with what happens pre-sign up. So we always take people through an application process because we get a lot of people applying to join, and we want to make sure it's 100% right for you and also you're a good fit to work with us. We are quite selective about who we work with, and we also want to make sure it's right for someone. We don't want just anyone to sign up if it's not what they're looking for. So we will always have a phone call or a video call with every single person who applies. So going through our website or going through various different methods of applying, there's always a button on our program pages to apply. You fill out a short application form, and on the back of that, you will book in a phone call with a member of our expert coaching team. On that, we will go through what you want to achieve, what's keeping you stuck, what's in the way of what you want to get to in terms of results. And if we are 100% confident we can get those results for you, we'll explain what that looks like. So how long that'll take, and that depends a lot on what you're wanting to achieve. If you want to lose 1 to 2 stone, 15 to 30 pounds versus somebody who might want to lose 6 to 7 stone, it's going to be a bit of a different journey. So some people, they might need a year plus of support. Other people, we might be able to get them everything they want within 3 to 6 months. And we'll be totally honest about that. We'll run through all of that on the phone. And then based on that time frame, we'll have a number of different packages that we offer that are more cost effective if you sign up for longer. If we both decide it's a good fit and you want to go ahead with it, we then go through the sign up process. And this is a really in-depth onboarding journey because we want everyone to get up to speed as quickly as possible and start seeing results as quickly as possible. If you're not feeling good, there's nothing worse than then having to go through a load of hurdles. And I'm very passionate about making this as slick and as enjoyable experience as possible. So once someone decides to join, we then get straight into the onboarding process. So how this works is you complete a short intake form. It's not loads and loads of info. We only collect the data we need to personalize everything for you at the start. And then we start putting together the first part of your program as quickly as possible. You get that pretty much straight away. We do that fairly quickly. We also ship you out a welcome pack with helpful resources and goodies in the post. I won't give away what's in that because it's always a nice surprise for everyone, but there's a few different helpful resources. I'll give you a teaser. There's a really great, very, very useful practical cookbook that we send everyone, no matter where you are in the world, in a very nice box with a number of other things that you might need as well for your journey. Your coach will also reach out to you. So this is a key part of how we work. It's why we call it private coaching. You have a dedicated coach that will work with you throughout your entire journey with us. Our team stays with us most of our team has stayed with us for our entire time. We've been in business 10 years. Most of our team have stayed with us ever since they've joined. We retain coaches and clients very, very well. We try and give everyone a phenomenal experience. It's something I'm very passionate about doing. And your coach will then introduce themselves. So that's the person you're going to be primarily working with throughout your journey. And we'll match them depending on your goals, depending on when you need to speak, when you can do calls and things like that. So they're a perfect match for you and also your style. If you prefer a more empathetic coach, we'll find that out. If you prefer a coach who's more of a bit of a drill sergeant, we'll also do that for you. If you want someone in the middle, we've got people who could do that too. So your coach will reach out and introduce themselves. They usually will do that via WhatsApp message, and then they'll book in an onboarding call with you where you have an actual physical call with them. It's about 30 minutes, sometimes a little bit longer, to run through everything and get you up to speed with everything as quickly as possible. On that onboarding call, we'll go through everything in depth. They'll go through your goals with you, check that they've got 100% clarity on what those are, and explain the path and how that's going to work together to achieve them. They'll also go through any obstacles you have. Almost every client we work with has injuries. They also have lifestyle obstacles. They might be caring for aging parents. They might travel for work a lot. We go through all of those aspects, and we're going to work through it throughout the whole thing, but we'll set some initial changes and tweak and personalize things as necessary at the start to get you going. And then we'll keep reviewing that. And I'll get onto the review process in a minute. But long story short, your coach will take care of all of the difficult things for you so that you know exactly what to be doing and you start seeing results from day one. And then this is how we progress. So you then stay in constant contact with your coach. Your coach will be speaking to you every week, multiple times a week, to check that everything's going okay. They're not here to be the police. We're very careful with that. We're not here to nag you. We know a lot of our clients are very busy. They've got very successful careers. They've got busy family lives. They don't need another person nagging them. But they're here just to kind of assist you through it with just the level of support that you need. And we'll customize that to every single person. And each week, you'll also get some educational content. It's very short, very concise. Again, it's something I'm very passionate about. I create all of this content. So it's from me, from my decade plus of experience, over a decade now of working with over 7,000 women, studying everything there is about specifically women's health for women over 40 and around menopause. So this isn't generic stuff you can find online. This isn't stuff that you're going to see on popular podcasts like Diary of a CEO and all these ones which are very clickbaity. They're designed to get views, but they're not necessarily actually designed to get you results. They tend to just be confusing. You'll get this thing saying one thing, this thing saying another thing. A lot of the time, they're not specific to women around menopause, or even if they claim to be, they are from someone who's just tried it themselves and they haven't seen whether it actually works for thousands of women. And we've studied as a team, all of our coaching team have studied a lot of courses and the latest science, the latest research. We're always learning more. So, for example, over there, I've got my menopause coaching specialist certification textbook from Molly Galbraith's course. So that's Girls Gone Strong course. We're currently doing Stacey Simmons' Menopause 2 course. I'm also doing an aggressive dieting course with Martin McDonald. So we're always studying all of these things, seeing if they're appropriate around menopause, what the research is for women around menopause. And then we break it down very simply and easily for you to follow. We take all the heavy science out. I explain the science very simply so it's easy to understand. So you still understand, because that's very important to put stuff into action. But it takes the hours, the months of studying away. So you just get a couple of minutes. Here's the side, here's is very broadly why you need to do it and what to do. And that is maximum 10 minutes a week. So all you need to do is 10 minutes a week. You will learn more than almost any personal training course out there. Anything, there isn't anything out there that comes close. I was very disappointed by the personal training courses I did. This is far more in depth, far more interesting. And also the feedback I get from clients is that you just drip feed it in such bite-sized chunks that it doesn't feel hard and it comes exactly when I needed it. So each week I thought, I might ask my coach about this, and then the question gets answered in the video, whether it's a mindset thing, whether it's a nutrition thing, whether it's an exercise thing. We very gradually ramp it up. So it almost feels like you're just doing a little bit each week, but the results come really quickly and easily. And you, over time, learn everything you need to know. At the end of every week, in fact, I should get onto what the actual week breakdown looks like. So at the start of the week, just before we get to the end of the week, at the start of the week, you'll watch that educational content. You get 2 or 3 videos, maximum 10 minutes, often even shorter, explain everything you need to know at the start. Then in the week, you'll put that into practice, whatever the action is from that, whether it's a nutrition thing, whether it's going to help work with your change your body and hormones. Everything is specific to menopause and perimenopause. And then your coach will customize it to you if it's something that needs to be. We do that as well. Then once that's done, we'll then go into 3 short workouts a week. They're 30 to 45 minutes. You can choose the shorter or longer option. So again, very easy to follow. They can all be done from home. You can do them from the gym, but most of our clients don't. The majority of our clients do them from home and still get phenomenal results. So 3 short workouts a week. You can do them from home with minimal equipment. These are list workouts, low impact strength training workouts. This is the most effective form of exercise. And again, all of this is explained in the program and in other podcasts. That's all you need to do. And then we try and make sure you don't need to do anything different in terms of time with nutrition, maybe a tiny bit more cooking if you don't do any, but we'll make it so simple that, again, it's pretty much just picking slightly different things, adjusting the quantities of different things so that they're right for you and your body now. It's not about having to go to loads of shops and get loads of difficult ingredients. It's to fit into your life right now as it is without taking up loads of extra time and energy. Of course, you'll need to change some things, but it's not about adding loads of time to it, loads of extra stress to it. At the end of the week, then, you will then check in with your coach. You have a check-in with your coach every single week to ensure you're on track, ensure you're always seeing results. And every week we review this. And if something isn't working, if something happened that was just challenging, you didn't know how to handle, your coach will make sure you know how to handle it going forward. So you're always learning, you're always improving. And the long-term aim with this is to make sure nothing again will stop you from getting fit and healthy and staying fit and healthy. Rather than just being like, here's some extreme diet to follow. It's completely inflexible. And if you can't follow it, you're going to fail. We help you deal with every situation in a way that's very, very flexible and that will work for the rest of your life. And the good news about all of this approach is, despite it being flexible, it gets very, very good results because we're working very specifically with your body and hormones, because everything that needs to be is customized and personalized to you. You will start seeing results almost right away. And it's maybe slightly different results to what some people expect. So there is weight loss, but it's not as dramatic as doing something really extreme, because all extreme diets, you'll typically lose 5 to 10 pounds of muscle. Half of the weight loss will be muscle, which is not what you want to do as you get older. That's going to make you gaunt, flabby, saggy, weak, slow, tired. Your posture will be terrible. It's actually accelerating aging. What we're doing is we typically see 3 to 6 pounds within the first month of fat loss on the scale, but whilst building muscle, or actually 3 to 6 pounds of weight loss, the fat loss will be bigger, but you might build 1 to 2 pounds of muscle, which will lift and firm and tone everything. It will increase your metabolism, mean your clothes will fit better. And people typically report their clothes fitting better at about week 4 as well.
Imagine living in a home that you've cherished for years.
You've done your best to keep it in good condition,
But no matter how much you clean, paint, or repair,
the problems keep piling up.
the cracks are showing, the roof is leaking, and it feels like everything is getting worse despite your best efforts.
For many women, losing weight around menopause feels just like that,
You've tried diets, workouts, and advice,
where the results don't come and the frustration keeps growing.
That's where our Fit Over 40 private coaching program comes in.
Think of us as your expert renovation team.
We know exactly how to fix the root issues, rebuild your confidence, and create lasting results, just like restoring a home to its best condition.
If you're ready to finally see results that last,
Go to www.fit40info.com.
that is an average range. We do have clients lose over a stone, so over 14 pounds within the first month. It depends on your starting weight, so I can't give exact numbers, but the higher your starting weight, the more you're going to lose, obviously providing you stick to everything, which your coach will make sure you do. If you start from a lower starting weight, it might be more towards the lower end of that spectrum, but you're going to be building muscle, you're going to be firming up, you're going to be toning up as well. The other thing people start to see really early on is menopause symptoms improving. So things like anxiety reducing, things like mood improving, things like energy and bloating getting so much better, sleep improving, night sweats going away. All of this is linked to lifestyle choices and habits a lot more than people realize. And we get them back into a place where your body is optimally working. And a lot of those problems go away. So that's kind of the first month. You're going to start seeing results. You're going to be getting to know your coach. They're going to be getting to know you. They're going to be tweaking and personalizing everything that needs to be. And then on the ongoing basis, you're going to keep working with that coach. There's no switching coaches. There's no every time you speak, you get a different person. There's no, is this AI? Is this actually a person? Our coaches are banned from using AI in any sort of the support they give you. And depending on the level, we have 2 different levels of program. You'll either have a phone call every single week with your coach, that's going to get the very best results, or you'll have an email or message conversation with them. But that will happen every single week consistently. It's the same coach. They'll get to know you. We keep notes on everyone. We make sure we know everything. And we actually get to know you on a much deeper level than a lot of these things, because a lot of the times we make sure we know everything. And we actually, because they are caring for a sick parent, or we've had situations where people's children are ill and they're having to go to hospital. We make sure we know everything, or we've had situations because of a relationship challenge, because they're moving house. All of these things are happening for our clients all the time. And that's why we get to know everyone on a real individual basis, because then we know which thing because they're moving house. And that's why we around something that's not directly fitness related, but then makes it much easier. It might be they're traveling for work and we need to always be giving you food choices that you can get wherever you're going for work, and we will do that. But all of this is tailored to you specifically, giving you where you're going for work, and we will do that. But all of this is tailored. So you will have a secondary coach that covers for them, and usually it's the same person when they're on holiday. And myself and Dave, who's our head of client success, oversee all of that to make sure that you have as much consistency as possible when they're on holiday. And myself and Dave, as much consistency as possible. Conscious of all this, we're very careful because give everyone, and myself and Dave, as much consistency. And if for some reason, it's very rare, but you didn't get on with your coach, we have a number of, well, there's so many different things I could focus on, but very rare, but you didn't get on with your coach. We have a number of, very rare, but you didn't get on with your coach. It's all specific to women over 40 who are going through very similar changes. And then we will, again, this is why you have a one-to-one coach. They will then make it specific to you, to your lifestyle, to your body, to your situation. But the overall ethos is make it specific to you, to your lifestyle, to your body, to your situation. But the overall ethos is always get specific to you. And this applies whether you've had a hysterectomy, you've gone through, is always get specific to you, to your life. And this applies whether you've had a hysterectomy, you've gone through, could be you've gone through perimenopause and then into menopause, could be your post-menopause now. It doesn't really matter what stage you are on the journey. If you're anywhere near menopause, you need to make these changes. And this can be from late 30s or early 40s. So it can be different types of exercise. It's going to be doing actually a lot of the time less, but better quality, and understanding how to do that. Most people don't understand how to exercise with quality. They just know how to do tons of quantity, kind of low quality exercise, whether it's gym classes have taught this or online workout videos or running or HIIT. But that doesn't work anymore. It's only stuff you can get away with when you're younger and your body's working optimally, your hormones are optimal. You can kind of get away with anything. Same with nutrition. These generic approaches of let's just do fasting, cut a meal out, essentially, get away with when you're younger and your body's work. These generic approaches of let's just do fasting, cut a meal out, essentially, get away with when you're younger and your body's work. These generic approaches of let's just do fasting, cut a meal out, essentially. And that's getting into depth, the breakdown of your nutrition, not just calorie intake. It's how your nutrition is made up. It's the times you eat meals. It's what kind of foods you choose. It's everything. And we go into all of that detail. And the other thing we do is we focus on all aspects of aging well, not just weight loss. Yes, we still get a lot better weight loss than pretty much anything else out there. Aging well, not just weight loss. Yes, we still get a better weight loss than pretty much anything else out there. Our average client aging well, not just weight loss. Yes, we still get a lot better weight loss than pretty much anything else out there. Our average client aging well. Yes, we still get a lot pretty much anything else out there. Our average client, this is through nutrition, and yes, we still get a lot pretty much anything else out there. There's so many things that contribute to this, and muscle is and pretty much anything else out there. Our average client, there's so many things that this, and muscle is and pretty much anything else out there. Our average client, this, and muscle is and pretty much anything else out there. Our average client, this, and muscle is and you can lose it much more easily, but will also improve your mobility, your stamina, your health markers. We have a lot of people come to us who are pre-diabetic or diabetic or have high blood pressure, things like osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. And a lot of these things, they don't necessarily go away completely, but they get into a much better place, which is then manageable. We also work on mindset. So this is dealing with things like perfectionism, all or nothing thinking. We also work on mindset. And this is a journey. I think an important thing to say is this is a journey, and we do this over 4 specific phases over a course of a year. Perfectionism, all or nothing. And this is a journey. I think an important thing to say is get a short specific phases over a course of a important thing to say is this is a journey. Get a short specific phases over a course of important thing to say is this: we're actually here to remove all the blockers, and deal with all the root causes so you can sustain it long term. And I suppose the last thing that's different is you'll then, over the first month, be introduced to, you don't have to join in with these, but we have a number of different online and in-person groups. Over the first month, be introduced to, you don't have to join, we have a number of different online and in-person groups. So you'll in Canada, and these are all women who are succeeding at a time in life when a lot of women are struggling. So you have a whole support network if you want it that you can be part of. We do group coaching calls every Tuesday night that you get invited to, where myself and Ben and Dave, so our kind of leadership team, every Tuesday night that you get invited to. And we also have specific training throughout the year on things like HRT or menopause support, on mindfulness, from leading experts. So you have all the support you need. It's not just a diet, it's covering every aspect of thriving as a woman in your 40s, 50s, or 60s. And ultimately, our mission is to equip every client with the knowledge, the skill sets, and the mindset to get in the shape of their life and be 100% confident maintaining it for life as well. This is a one and done thing we want for everyone, to get in the shape of their life and be 100% confident as well. This is a one and done thing. To get in the shape of their life and be 100% confident as well. This is a one and done thing. Or, as their life got more complicated, or someone who's never had that. We've had a lot of clients who've never been fit, never been healthy, never liked exercise, and it's all clicks for them. Fit, never been healthy, never liked exercise, and it's all clicks for them. Fit, never been healthy, never liked exercise, and it's all clicks for them. But one example of this is a client called Voland. So I want to share this with you. So Voland is a teacher, and she said, I'm 65 years young. I've been with Trinity for over 2 years now. The journey's been an eye-opener, learning to abstain from certain foods and to discovering what further food intolerances I have. I've learned the importance of protein intake for women my age and for continue to add it to all my meals. The workout routines are easy to follow and no gym is required. This was a game changer for me as I'm not really a gym person. Tolerances I have. I've learned the importance of protein intake. This was a game changer for me as I'm not really a gym person. I've learned the importance of protein intake. This was a game changer for me as I'm not really a gym person. I've learned the importance of protein intake. Changer for me as I'm not really a gym. Worst of all, I just didn't like looking at myself in the mirror, as years of inactivity after knee surgery wasn't helping. Changer for me as I'm not really a gym, which all just made things worse and caused the knee injury. I started the program at 12.5 stone, wearing size 16 clothes in January 2023. I've lost 2 stones in that time by following a routine of regular exercise, monitoring what I eat, and working with my coach. I started the program at 12.5 stone, wearing my old clothes fit so much better, and I've even worn a few of my daughters that were in the attic. As a result, I now get regular compliments from colleagues about my transformation. And I've even worn a few of my daughters that were in the attic. As a result, I now get regular compliments from colleagues about my transformation. Daughters that were in the attic. As a result, I now get regular compliments from colleagues about my transformation. And she's a busy teacher. She's got children. She's got grandchildren. Her life is not super simple. So if you would like to finally take this step, a lot of the people who listen to this podcast have been listening. We know we have the stats for a long time. They're listening for years or at least months. They want to feel better. They want to get back in their favorite clothes. They want to stop this kind of steady decline of feeling older and maybe even older beyond their years, but do it in a way that's healthy and sustainable, not by just going for another quick fix. If that's you, then maybe now is the time. There is no pressure to have a call or a conversation with our team. We are not going to push you just going for another quick fix at the time. But maybe it is. Or a conversation with our team. We are not just going for another quick fix at the time. Another way. Or a conversation with our team. We are not just going for another quick another way. Or a conversation with our team. We are not. That's the word fit, F-I-T, number 40, info, info.com, fit40info.com. Click on the button on that page to apply, number 40, fit40. We'll have a 45-minute conversation with you, run through everything with you, figure out what needs to be done and if it's possible. And if it is, we'll then go through what that looks like for you, depending on the amount of time and the level of support you want. We would love to help you. Go to fit40info.com if that is of interest. If not, I hope you found today's podcast useful anyway. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining me. Catch you next week for another episode. We shall see you then. If you're fed up with trying everything and seeing no results,
Watching your weight creeping up and struggling to fit into your clothes,
and you're looking for the fastest and easiest way to get your ideal weight
and never have to worry about your weight or health again,
you can save yourself years of trial and error by letting us take care of the hard work for you in our Fit Over 40 private coaching program.
Over the past decade, our world-class team have personally guided more than 7,000 women to take back control of their health and confidence, and more importantly, maintain those results for life.
If you're ready to finally get results at last and find out how we can help you do that too,